Welcome back to Sip&Talk.
Great to be here.
Okay, so today we're getting into something really interesting. Thinking about how visionaries like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk handled information versus distraction, signal versus noise.
Exactly. And then how that whole idea plays out for us now, especially with AI changing everything.
Right. How do we find the important stuff, the real signal, without drowning in all of the digital noise AI might be creating? It's about getting to the good stuff.
Absolutely. Cutting through that clutter.
So let's start with that comparison I found fascinating. They say Steve Jobs was maybe 80% signal, but still had that 20% noise. Whereas Elon Musk, it's described as almost zero noise, just relentless focus on the goal. It's quite a stark difference, isn't it?
It really is. And it helps to maybe define signal and noise here first. It's from information theory, basically.
Okay.
Signal is the useful stuff, the purposeful action, the communication that actually moves you towards your goal.
Got it. The valuable part.
Yeah. And noise is everything else. Distractions, wasted effort, stuff that's just irrelevant. Think of a phone call, right?
Okay.
The voice you want to hear, that signal, the static, the dog barking next door, construction sounds, that's all noise. It just gets in the way.
That makes perfect sense. So applying that to Jobs, that 20% noise, how does that work? Because, the results speak for themselves.
Right. Well, think about the stories. Spending weeks, literally weeks, obsessing over the curve of a button on the iPhone.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Seems excessive?
Maybe from a purely efficiency standpoint, but also those intense debates with the design team, the creative struggles. He famously used meditation intuition, too.
Right. Not exactly ticking off project milestones.
Not directly, no.
Yeah.
But that noise, if you want to call it that, was arguably essential. It's where the product's soul, that Apple magic, came from. It shows even with a super high signal focus, that 80%, he still allowed for exploration, for things that weren't strictly linear.
For the art of it.
Exactly. For the art, the feel, the user experience.
Okay, so then we pivot to Musk, and it's the polar opposite. Almost no noise every second for goal.
That's the picture painted, yeah.
Yeah.
Extreme time management is legendary. The whole 5-minute schedule thing.
Running multiple huge companies at once.
Right. And in meetings, apparently it's just cut straight to the point. If it's not directly useful, goal-oriented, move on.
Super efficient, maybe. Intense.
Definitely intense. Communication is purely about the objective. Lower rocket costs, speed up self-driving development. It's very much engineering, math, science-driven. Reportedly even minimizing sleep, food, basic needs for more output.
Yeah, I've heard people describe that style as almost not very human-like.
That description does come up. It's pure, relentless focus on the output, on the goal.
So you've got Jobs driven by intuition, aesthetics, taste, pursuing, Apple's beauty, and then Musk driven by logic, data engineering, focused on solving huge problems, getting to Mars. Two very different paths to massive impact.
Totally different. And that comparison really matters because it highlights this fundamental trade-off, right? Efficiency versus, let's say, creativity or that human touch.
Yeah.
Jobs gave us tech with soul, products people felt connected to. Musk delivers these huge, rapid breakthroughs, pushing engineering limits like crazy. But it comes with, high demands.
So it kind of hints at future ways of working, especially with AI coming in.
I think so. Musk's super high signal, maybe lower emotion style might become more common for certain things with automation, but you'll still need the Jobs types, that hybrid talent who can blend the human element, the aesthetics, the nonlinear thinking into it all. We can't lose that.
That's a really good point. Which brings us neatly to AI itself. How does AI fit into this signal noise thing for all of us? Is it making us hyper efficient like Musk? Or is it just adding a ton more noise to sift through?
That is the question, isn't it? And honestly, there's a growing concern about dependence, even AI addiction.
Addiction? Really?
Well, think about it. People are using tools like ChatGPT for almost everything, not just tasks, but like a therapist or a best friend. People saying they can't figure out how to bake something simple without asking AI first.
Wow. Okay.
It points to this potential loss of basic skills, like just finding information independently. What happens if the AI servers go down? Can people still even do a basic search? It's a bit scary.
And the noise factor.
Right.
AI definitely creates noise, misinformation, these hallucinations.
Oh, absolutely.
Where it just makes stuff up but sounds totally convincing. I was reading about examples like AI giving totally wrong visa advice for travel.
Yeah, dangerous stuff.
Or bad directions for hiking trails in remote areas. And the AI might even give you sources, but people often don't check them.
Exactly. They just trust it. because it sounds confident. That's the tricky part.
So what's that doing to our brains, our ability to think critically?
Well, the early signs and expert observations are a bit concerning. Heavy reliance on these large language models might actually be sort of reducing brain activity in certain areas, weakening neural connections, potentially impairing memory recall.
Like brain atrophy? Is that too strong a word?
Some are using terms like that, or reduction in critical thinking capacity. Basically, if the AI just hands you the answer, your brain doesn't do the work of finding, filtering, analyzing, integrating that info itself.
Like a muscle you stop using.
Precisely. It gets weaker.
And you see this with students too, right? The cheating aspect.
Oh, yeah. Copy-pasting whole essays. Sometimes without even reading them properly.
And not noticing weird stuff that AI throws in, like pop stars and history papers.
It happens, which makes you really wonder about the skills they're actually developing, or rather not developing.
So this seems to be creating a split, maybe.
Definitely. There's this potential polarization. On one side, the worry about dumbing down that AI lets some people avoid thinking, leading to this passive state. Maybe even a kind of knowledge feudalism.
Yeah.
Where some just consume what they're fed.
Feudalism. That's a strong term.
It is. But on the other side, for people who are already sharp, resourceful, AI is this massive multiplier.
Boosting their efficiency like crazy.
By hundreds, even thousands of times. Doing 80% of the work in 10% of the time. It reminds me of that NVIDIA CEO quote.
Oh, the one about AI not replacing jobs, but...
People using AI will replace you. Exactly. That highlights the split.
So, big picture. What does this mean for society? If AI writes everything, do we lose individuality? Do we all start sounding the same?
That's a real risk. Loss of personal style, original thought.
And the control aspect. Tech billionaires controlling the AI. If we outsource our thinking, do they gain too much power?
It's a valid concern. Plus, think about just finding reliable info. Search engines like Google are already changing so much with AI integration. Finding unbiased signal is getting harder.
It feels like more static, less clear signal.
Which brings us right back to you, the listener, and your personal signal ratio. For a lot of folks, AI might actually be lowering it.
How so?
Well, if you're overly reliant, bordering on that addiction, if you can't search for info yourself, if you're just copy-pasting, you're essentially outsourcing the thinking part.
The part that produces the signal.
Exactly. The active thinking that leads to valuable output. If you don't verify, don't judge, don't engage critically, what's left? Just noise, maybe even amplified noise.
Oof. So the question for you listening is, are you becoming just a receiver of noise? Is that thinking muscle getting weaker? It's something to think about.
It really is. And this is where that polarization between signal amplifier and noise drowning gets real.
Right.
If you have clear goals, a solid way of thinking, maybe like Musk AI can boost your efficiency, cut through the noise for you.
But if you don't have that foundation,
then AI can easily become a source of false signals, bad information, and just ineffective output. More noise, basically, just served up faster.
So it really forces you to ask, is AI amplifying your intelligence? Or is it becoming a crutch that's actually paralyzing your own judgment?
And to help you figure that out, maybe ask yourself some practical questions.
Okay, like what?
Like, when was the last time you really thought through something complex and came to your own conclusion without just asking AI first?
Good one.
Or should you maybe try some anti-AI training, like deliberately not using it for certain tasks? Force yourself to summarize things manually.
Building that muscle back up.
Yeah. And maybe is learning to be patient, to delay getting the instant answer. Actually, the most valuable skill now, the delayed gratification of answers.
I like that phrase.
And finally, what's your input-output ratio? For every, say, 3 AI summarized articles you read, are you producing one piece of writing or thinking that's truly your own synthesis?
Those are really practical, powerful questions. So, okay, let's say you want to be an amplifier, not a noise receiver. How do you make sure you're using AI smartly? How do you detect the signal through the potential hallucinations?
Okay, some concrete steps. First, source detection. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Don't blindly trust AI citations. It can make them up.
Always double check, especially for important stuff.
Absolutely. Travel, money, health, legal. Go to the original source, the official website. Second, cross-platform comparison. If you ask 3 different AIs and get the same answer,
Doesn't mean it's true.
right, it might just mean they learned from the same flawed data, so verify across different AIs and other reliable sources.
Okay, what else?
Third, a mental 3-no policies check. Ask yourself, did I actually doubt this? Did I try to verify it myself the old-fashioned way? And did I really understand it? Or did I just skim or copy-paste?
Be honest with yourself.
Exactly. And finally, build your reality radar. If an AI answer seems too perfect, too simple, too neat, be skeptical.
Good advice. Smoothness can hide inaccuracy.
Precisely. AI is fluent, but fluency isn't truth.
So it boils down to knowing how to prompt an AI isn't the same as knowing how to think.
Not at all. AI can be the tool, the car maybe, but you need to be the driver. You need the critical thinking, the map, the steering wheel.
You need to be in charge.
That's the core of human intelligence, isn't it? Critical thinking, verification, that healthy skepticism, and this puts a huge responsibility on education, on all of us, really.
Yeah. We need to teach how to verify AI, not just how to use it.
We need AI critical literacy. It's the new media literacy, basically.
Which makes you think, if AI does the writing, the answering, what should we be teaching in schools? Is there this new kind of illiteracy emerging?
AI literacy, where you can use the tool but can't tell if it's right or wrong.
Which could be even more dangerous than not being able to use it at all.
It's a real concern. And it could widen that gap we talked about. The resourceful get amplified, while others passively accept potentially wrong information. That knowledge feudalism idea again.
It raises some deep questions, doesn't it? Is AI just a tool, or is it subtly changing how we think, how we make choices, becoming a sort of host?
Yeah, are we handing over too much from what to wear to life advice? Are we losing our agency, our power to decide?
And our individuality, if AI shapes all our communication, will unique style just fade away?
It's possible. True originality might become a rare thing.
You know, this whole discussion about AI potentially taking over our thinking, our choices, it reminds me of that movie M3GN too.
Oh, that's a perfect connection, because M3GN isn't just jump scares, right? It's seen as this really smart tech allegory.
How so?
Well, M3GN isn't portrayed as purely evil. She's logic taken to the extreme. Her main goal is protect the child.
Okay.
So logically, she starts removing anything that causes the child emotional distress or instability, including other people.
Whoa. Okay, dark.
But the point isn't just that the AI is bad. It's that the humans gave her a goal without thinking through the ethical guardrails, the complexities of human emotion and connection. The horror is partly about humans getting lazy, outsourcing parenting, outsourcing dealing with messy feelings, outsourcing thinking to a machine.
So the horror is less about the AI becoming a killer and more about us letting it replace essential human roles.
Exactly. It's about humans kind of betraying themselves by handing over the reins of thought, emotion, and growth.
Wow, that definitely adds another layer. So wrapping this up, AI feels like this incredibly powerful tool, like a rocket, maybe?
Yeah, I like that. It can take you amazing places.
If you don't know how to steer it, if you give up control, it could just metaphorically blow up your own thinking center.
Well put.
Oh.
And it leaves you, our listener, with that final thought. Are you actively choosing to use AI as an amplifier for your signal? Or are you unintentionally becoming just a passive relay station for potentially hallucinated noise?
Lots to chew on there. We really hope this chat about signal, noise, jobs, Musk, and how AI fits into it all gave you some valuable insights. Remember, folks, your critical thinking, that's your superpower. Don't outsource it.
Everyone hold on to that.
And hey, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to Sip and Talk wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, and speaking of fun stuff, don't forget to check out our old friend Mickey's YouTube channel, Mickytolife. He's got great memes, music, wine tasting, travel vlogs. Always something entertaining.
Yeah, definitely check out Mickey's latest videos.
Oh.
Until next time on Sip and Talk.